Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. This is another episode of the What's in My Bookcase series. And I just remind you that the books I'm now doing are not categorized by topic or genre, but rather by what I have acquired recently. And I'll say again that I am basically at this point in my life just buying books that are usable in this paper crafting junk journal life that I've now adopted. So hopefully you will find these interesting, and I'll dive right in. They came from, as before, they came from a variety of sources. An antique dealer, used book sales, salesman, auctions. This one is 7 by 4 3/4, and it's called The Giant Christmas Book. It's soft cover. And let's see if we can find a date. So it's recitations, songs, readings, pantomimes, drills, novelties, pageants, and plays for all ages. 1934. So it's in great shape considering its age. The ads that we're used to seeing in the backs of books. And so this is set up like a play. Okay, how do they do this? Okay, small children, girls, boys, general dramatized costume, songs, opening and closing numbers, pageants, drills and dances, dialogues for kindergarten and primary grades. There is something for everyone here. Huh. Cool. Nice paper, matte. Why does it seem like it's been... Oh, I thought it looked like it was singed, but that's just some kind of staining. Well, if I was born in 1933, I guess I'd look that way too. Is that what I said, 33? 34. Ignore the price tags. That's not what I paid. The Color of Love, Poems from the Heart by Stephen Cassattari. So I think this is going to be one of those typical, sort of gift-giving books. 7 3/8 by 4 3/4. Not very many pages in here. 1994. Published in Australia first. So, you can see that there will be some little things that can be fussy cut. This calligraphy type lettering, which is also lovely. Nah, probably not the greatest illustrations we've ever seen. However, between the calligraphy and the illustrations, and they back onto each other. Oh, it's usually easier to flip from the back. So, again, I don't know what I paid for this, but I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't El Cheapo. Because, really, I do have these sorts of books already. So some are black and white, some are colored. Cute. Okay, a guidebook of United States coins. This is the 20th edition, 1967. Not a bad looking cover considering the age. 7 3/4 by just over 5. Somebody obliterated the price, I guess. 50, 65, 66. So this paper has a wee bit of a shine to it, but I think we've seen people use these books before in crafting, sewn signatures so they can be removed intact, and the size is good that they can be included in projects and the page will be, you know, right side up as it should be. And of course, you know, countless images, columns of numbers. So, very nice, very nice. Okay, this one, very skinny. Posters, turn of the century. Roughly 8 by 6 3/8. Library of Fine Art, 1980. Very few pages in here. Oh, and that's been glued. That's an end paper that's been glued on. Okay, so here it says 1803. Does that be 1896? So not, again, not very many pages, so not very many plates. However, the ones that are here are quite lovely and quite old. Alibaba. Oh, this is Mucha. Nice. Moulin Rouge. And that's it. Skinny little book. Okay, we won't spend much time on this one. Zane Grey's Western Magazine. A bit grody. 1947. So you can see it's not in great shape. But, you know, if I was ever doing a horse journal, and I do have some supplies for a horse journal, might be something that a person would consider. This was one of those, you know, lot purchases, so paper is certainly matte and you know, colored. It's falling apart in my very hands. Imagine how cute it would be to cut out these little first letters. How to develop your personality. Again, grouped in with something else. Oh, feels like rag paper. 1920. I doubt that they're, whoa. I give you a toast. I give you a toast. There will always be an England, and England shall be free if England means as much to you as England means to me. Oh, we'll look at that in a minute. So the value here, I guess, is the paper, because I don't believe there are any illustrations. And of course, something like this is great for, you know, backing things. Oh, I'll look at that too. And that. Oh, this is Ukrainian. Slava Susa Christ, 1939. Very cool. Posture exercises, I guess. How to develop your speaking voice. So, okay, so a couple of those things were book jacket flaps. So, and if I'm salvaging things, I like to salvage the signatures also. Okay. Fading. So what have we got here? Merry Christmas. Oh, hasn't been used. Soiling there. Oh, and that's just, I guess it was glued at one time to make those centers. Oh, hangnail. This is lovely paper. Okay, what in the world? Favorite song? Oh, There'll Always Be in England. But what is this? Maybe an embroidery transfer? I guess so, because it's tactile. Huh. This could also be used for backing because it's not glossy. Okay. Systematic Dictionary of Mammals of the World. Nice black cover. Oh, I didn't do the measurement. 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. Oops, let's look for the date. Nice paper by the Feel-O-Fit, 1962. So, love these sorts of indexes. It's quite a small font, but look at how nice that would be to use, say, in a collage or something. Oh, this is a handful for flipping. Okay, so there are some kind of not overly detailed illustrations. They almost look stylized in a way. Oh, the other day, 2 gigantic bull moose sort of ventured onto the road as my husband was driving. And of course, as you know, that could be very dangerous. Now, he slammed on the brakes and avoided, hitting them. And of course, they also get spooked and, jump over a fence or whatever. However, the stuff that he was hauling in the back of his truck, a drum of chemicals tipped over, and things slid around. But that was far better than, body damage to the truck or to the man. Yeah, these are, well, I don't know. Again, I didn't select this. It was part of a lot purchase. This one is Success with Houseplants. Now, I want to, okay, what is that, 1985. You're going to learn those Roman numerals because of these videos. So we know how these things are set up because I'm sure you probably each have one or more in your own collection. So it's heavier weight paper. It's fairly glossy. It's got those holes punched, and it had a flip, woohoo, built into it. And typically dividers as well. So I don't know, some of these sections look a bit skimmed. Well, who knows, maybe this is all there are. But certainly a person can use the dividers as well. They're a cardstock. And I think this is probably one of the easiest types of journals to do because there's no signatures to be sewing in. And you can basically almost use any size of paper, punch 2 holes. Like what I would do is make a template of where these 2 holes are and then just punch and use. Punch and fill, punch and fill. And this, oh, I didn't tell you a size. Almost 9 by 7 3/8. So, good size. The Birder's Journal. Soft cover. Now, because it says journal, 10 by 7, you know that it's going to be predominantly empty. Now, there is a line drawing of every bird that's listed. I guess a person could regard it as almost like a coloring book and sketch in, color in the colors that you see. So, okay, date of sighting, location of sighting, and any notes you might have. So there's the common name and then the, is that Latin or does that just apply to botanicals? Not sure about that. Does it say? Oh, they're just calling it scientific names. Common and scientific names. So that's kind of a nice book. Did not pay $10. And can you believe it? I know that I searched high and low, over hill and dale, hither and yon, to find my first Edith Holden book. And when I did, I paid $15 for it. Now, I know that those of you who routinely score this book, 9 by 7, are horrified by that. But hey, it was better than the new price, a new price. I don't even know if this book is, well, is it still in print? Maybe so. What year is this one? 77. So when I found this one for $2, I was almost like that woman in the IKEA commercial. Start the car! I hate that commercial, but boy, that's how I felt. So obviously you've seen this book a gazillion times. I'll add it to my collection. And again, at that price, feel much more, and now that I have a few in my possession, feel a lot more confident or willing. 9.5 by 8.5. More willing to disembowel it. Okay, this book is Natural Mandalas. Oh, look at that turquoise. Nice. Now you can tell that it's not going to be an old one. 30 new meditation to help you find peace and awareness in the beauty of nature. So what have we got here? 2006. A mandala is a pattern or device on which to meditate. By absorbing the mandala into his or her own consciousness, the meditator reorientates, I hate when people say that, reorientates their worldview as their inner focus shifts from the distractions of the outer world to the virtues of self-awareness, wisdom, and compassion. So now you know everything. So, okay. So it looks like there is a mandala. There is some advice on how to proceed. This one is the 30th one, and it's called Eyes of the Peacock. So, the eye of the peacock feather. So you can just see by the way it's laid out that this is pretty modern. The business of bees. And again, you know, these pages are such that a person could cut it out and it becomes a signature page, probably with next to no trimming. Colors are great, aren't they? Okie dokie. What is this? Oh, the eye of this panther chameleon. Chameleon from Madagascar is particularly exotic and dramatic example of how, you know, some of these maybe designs and colors originate in nature. This is a sand mandala. The patterns are swept away to represent the transient nature of life. But I suppose it's like any, well, many other things. This is a sunflower. It's the benefit is in the doing, not in hoarding. Did not pay that. This book is interesting. So it's 813 colorful, wonderful dinner plates. Oh, let me measure. It's a bit almost landscapish. 10 1/4 by, oh, it's square. Can we, oh, it's also broken. Can we identify a square, people? 2011. So fairly glossy paper because of course it's photography. Look at, aren't those cool? So I guess in a sense this is the index. Oh no, 100 most popular patterns. Oh, Old Country Rose. Oh no, they call it Desert Rose. I thought that was Old Country Rose. Did every woman of a certain age and era not have that dinner pattern? That's why there are millions of them out there. So here are some kids' plates, obviously. Thanksgiving. Oh, how would you like a turkey in the middle of your plate? Ooh. Not really a fan of Halloween. Commemorative plates. Dessert plates. Restaurant ware. World's Fair. Souvenir plates. New England Life. This looks like toile. Do they call it toile if it's in China? Pretty views. Doesn't look like it. Probably another descriptor for that one. Onion-shaped plate. Oh, look at these. Los chintz patterns. These plates, a lot of them are work of art, and of course it's all a matter of taste, which ones you like and which ones you think are kind of, ooh. However, I don't know that they're the greatest for actually plating food. You know, I think it's not an accident that restaurants typically use white plates so that the food can be the star of the day. Whoa. Oh. My daughter has, well, I don't know, maybe not necessarily this, but she has some, well, they're expensive collector plates that are faces. I doubt that they're those old ones, though. Is this what we call Fiesta ware, or no? Anyway, I'm getting bogged down here. (1910, 1920). Greek key design. 1901. Anyway, a visual treat. Okay, two more. Paintings and sketches from a Scottish river, The Silvery Tay by Keith Brocky. This one is almost 11 3/4 by 8 1/2. What's the cover like? Oh, just gray book cloth. Oh, look nice. I, of course, bought it because of the illustrations. So this is 1988, first published in Great Britain. I'm having a little difficulty with this big book. Oh, and handwritten notes. Not sure if you can see that. Pretty light, but... Nice. So again, the concentration that it requires, the stillness that it requires to, be part of the action, to do the studies, to do, a color wash. I like that. Now, where did I say these are from? Scotland? Yeah. Oh, so there are botanicals here too, a few of them. Estuary. Oh, he did some fish too. Sea trout. Roughly life size. Huh. And the fish was this big. You know that joke about how fishermen exaggerate the size of their catch? Is this the guy? Probably. Why is he touching that bird? More. It just goes on and on and on. Nice. Oh, this is dark. Frogs with spawn. A hare. Oh no, fleabane. look at the contraption there. So would you like to be wearing gum boots, a climbing harness, and be perched at the top of a tree with a nest and camera? Yeah, so cool. And then look at this finale. 12 by 9, 2-inch spine. Now this book is written in French. I did ask, oh, I peeled this off. Yeah, this had been glued or taped onto this end paper, or this had been there. So this is basically, okay, she had paid, this was, I gather from what these men told me, that it was, this is like a 1934-35 school book, or a French girls' school. So those end papers are just glorious. And the paper, typical of what I find in, well, maybe lighter than what I find usually in vintage scrapbooks that I've been lucky enough to buy. So basically, I think most of it is architectural photos. Of course, I can't read a darn thing here. So naturally, those photos can be cut out and used. Far cry from some of the plain old boxes that people are building these days, hey? Lovely paper. You can just about drive a Volkswagen down this margin. So there's a lot of paper and imagery to harvest here. And of course, okay, they must be sewn. Yes, they are. So that will be nice. The book lies relatively flat considering how thick it is. And then those photos. Oops, there's a tear. Is this the Roman period? Anyway, you get the idea. Oh, here's another little thing. Scotch taped in. You need nerves of steel for doing this. I don't know. Are you guys holding your breath? I certainly hope so. Ah. Now, am I going to be able to get that off? Oh, it's just barely on the edge. Victory! Okay, so what is this? Would it be a receipt, I wonder? Any other goodies stuck in here? Maybe not. Anyway, love this book. Love this book. Pretty darn good shape. Corners are showing a bit of wear, but there you have it for this week. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you are finding this series interesting and thought-provoking and worthy of your subscription. It encourages me to go on living. It encourages me to keep on making content. When you subscribe, when you like, when you comment, when you share. So, yeah, thanks. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.